Hello and welcome to my channel Ginger Ninja's Movie Reviews. I am the Ginger Ninja and these are my movie reviews. If you are new to my channel, thank you very much for tuning in, stopping by and checking it out. This is the last week of Sci-Fi July Tubi Tuesday. Tubi Tuesday obviously will be continuing next month and I've got something really fun planned for that, but you'll find out next time. Anyway, this one is Portals from 2019. Now, a little bit of background about why I chose this one. It was really difficult to choose a final movie for this review, and I did a cursory glance of this one on IMDb, and look, a lot of the reviews on it didn't give me a lot of hope for this one. But let's dive in and see what I really thought about it. Now, before I do get into that, I do want to thank all my new subscribers and of course my existing subscribers. It truly means the world to me that you guys are sticking with me as I look through these movies that I really do enjoy, and like I've said before, some of it maybe not so much. But thank you very much, it truly does mean the world to me. Now, Portals came out in 2019. There are 4 directors to this one, and hopefully I'm going to pronounce all their names correctly. So we've got Greg Hale, Liam O'Donnell, Eduardo Sanchez, and Timo Tjahjanto. Like I said, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Now, Eduardo Sanchez, a lot of people would know that name from Blair Witch Project. As you can see, Blair Witch VHS Beyond Skyline. This film was produced, or one of the production companies behind it is Bloody Disgusting. Great. So right there, I'm like, okay, I'm invested. When I saw that come up on the screen, I'm like, okay, Bloody Disgusting. They haven't let me down so far. I had hopes of this. Now, the movie stars Neil Hopkins, Deanna Russo, Salvita Decourt, Natasha Gott, and many more. Now, a lot of unknowns in this film, so I've not really seen them in anything, but when does that stop me from watching a film? Now, Portals is a somewhat unique science fiction anthology film, and it did come out in 2019. It does take you on a journey through 4 distinct and interconnected stories. The movie presents a refreshing take on the traditional anthology format by intertwining its tales with a central narrative thread. I will discuss that in a little bit, but I do want to say, if you have not seen this film, I will be discussing a lot about it, and there may be spoilers ahead. So it is free on Tubi. If you have access to Tubi, please do give it a watch. Then let me know what you thought of it. Or if you have seen this film before, please do let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. Anyway, the film opens with a mysterious event known as The Surge, where a mysterious series of unexplained blackouts occur globally. As the power outages cease, strange portals emerge across the world, giving glimpses into other dimensions. The anthology then unfolds through 4 narratives, each centered around individuals who experience these enigmatic gateways, and it also contains a wraparound story that starts out more as a news story or a documentation of the events, but then really becomes part of the actual overall story and starts as a bookend for the entire events. Now, as I do, I'm going to start with the cast, and the performances from the ensemble cast are generally commendable, and there are some standouts. They are unknown actors for me. I've not really heard of any of the actors in this. I've not seen them in any other films, but they did a really good job. There were some compelling portrayals in there. However, what I found was, due to the film's fragmented nature, some of the characters receive limited screen time, and that really hinders their ability to fully flesh out their roles. Some of the actors you really want to know more, some not so much, and that's no one's fault. It's just the way it was, with 4 unique storylines all wrapped in one. You can't spend a lot of time focusing and developing each character. You have to take what they give you. Unfortunately, because I think if they focused more on some of the characters, it would have been really outstanding. Now, the directing and writing. This is a big one for this one because there are 4 different directors and each have a different visual style. And it really is hard to get a grasp of all 4 different ones, but overall they do a really good job. You know, Eduardo Sanchez, like I said, look at this, Blair Witch VHS, Beyond Skyline. Eduardo Sanchez, he did a fantastic job with Blair Witch. Like, I've had no problem with any of the stuff that I've seen from him. You know, I enjoyed VHS, I enjoyed Skyline, I enjoyed Beyond Skyline. Don't think I've seen Skylines. Maybe I have, I can't remember. But I did enjoy those films, so they all do a great job directing. No issues there. The writing, however, is a different story. The overall narrative feels disjointed due to its multiple stories, and it falters in maintaining a consistency throughout the anthology. Some segments feel rushed and lack character development, like I mentioned with the cast. There are certain stories which they hint at certain things that are happening. You want to know more, you want to find out more. Is that, you know, what happened to that person? But you just don't. And it does make it a challenge to emotionally connect with their protagonists. Now, as a result, some of the stories do fall flat, leaving the viewers with a sense of detachment. The film's pacing also suffers as some of the segments drag on and others leave you wanting more. And it's this lack of cohesion that ultimately weakens the impact of the movie. So the effects. Now, in terms of visual production, Portal showcases a truly mixed bag. Some segments boast really impressive effects and cinematography, others less polished, and like I said with the writing and directing, there is that inconsistency with the film's visual appeal. Particularly in one of the first segments, the car driving along the highway, when it hits the portal, and like I said, spoilers, whatever, yeah. But then later on, there's some really good scenes involving people walking through the portal or walking towards the portal, and the way they shoot that is really good. Like, I really enjoyed that. It's that consistency overall which draws you away from it, because it isn't consistent. It is what it is, right? However, it is important to remember that Portals was likely produced on a very limited budget. Now, that does explain some of the discrepancies and some of the issues with the overall special effects. However, as I mentioned, this is the big one. The special effects in the second segment are really good. Exploding heads, removed eyeballs. It's I wouldn't say it's a gore fest, but the gruesome scenes in that second last segment, outstanding. Rewatchability, that is a tough one, because Portals is a daring attempt to explore an innovative concept in the sci-fi genre. The anthology format allows for creativity and diversity, and it does lead to some really good moments in the film. However, the lack of cohesion, underdeveloped segments, and inconsistent production values prevent Portals from reaching its full potential. It might appeal to hardcore sci-fi fans looking for unique ideas. General audiences, though, may find themselves disappointed with the film's uneven execution. It's got that jumping around part. It makes it hard to follow unless you're fully invested. And it does make it difficult to say whether I will go back and rewatch this. That being said, the open ending of the film, leaving it open for a sequel, if that happens, I will be convinced to rewatch this for sure. I did love that ending, that very ominous, very you are left wanting more in that. So I will say that did it brilliantly. I love that ending. Now, like I said at the start, I looked at some of the reviews and I felt they were overly too harsh about this one. I really did enjoy this one. It took me by surprise. There are things in it which aren't great, but overall, this was a really, really enjoyable film. Maybe it was because I went in, and I know that just turned off, but not much I can do about that, I don't think. Anyway, let's just wrap it up. Overall, I recommend this film. I think if you do get a chance, do check it out. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, that's my review of Portals from 2019. Thank you very much for watching me as we go through Sci-Fi July. As I said, this is the final one for Sci-Fi July. I will be back next month, of course, with a new theme for Tubi Tuesdays. I've got one all set up. I've got some movies planned out. I'm really looking forward to getting into these ones. It's a bit of a mixed bag with the next one, so it's going to be a blast. What can I say? But look, if you haven't already, please do give this video a thumbs up. It would be truly appreciated, and it helps with that YouTube algorithm thing. Or as always, if you haven't, please do subscribe to my channel, and if you hit that notification bell, you will be notified every time I do release a new video. I have been saying I am doing my Monday reviews and my Tuesday Tubi reviews. They're still going ahead. My 60-second reviews are going ahead still. Savage reviews I do want to get back into, but I gotta be honest, it's hard to sit down and watch some of these films, man. Some of those films are really hard to sit through. Yeah, it hurts my head thinking about it, to be honest. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Other than that, I've got some great ideas lined up for the rest of the year. I've got a couple of live streams coming out, which will be good. Yeah, maybe I'll do a watch along down the track, who knows. But hey, if you've got any ideas, or if you want to see me review a film, whether it's on Tubi, or you want to know if it's in my collection, or it's something I can stream online, you want to hear my thoughts on it, please do leave a comment down below. Let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. You know, I'm on Twitter and all those social media things, so yeah, check me out there. But other than that, I'm rambling on. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.